Hi everyone, I'm Jodi and welcome to my channel. I'm really glad that you're here today. As you can see, we are not in the makeup studio. We're not even talking about makeup today. In fact, I barely did my makeup today, if we're being honest, because I was so excited about getting this video out to you guys. It's the holidays, and one of my favorite things to do during the holidays is to make homemade fudge. I am a fudge connoisseur, if you will, and this is a long-standing, time-tested family recipe that, with the blessing of my family, I'm going to share it with all of you. My mom has made this fudge for years, and my younger sister and I have carried on the tradition. We love to make this. It makes over a pound of fudge with just these simple 6 ingredients. And at the end of the video, I have it all ready for you on a recipe card. So you just need to do a screenshot and you too will have this recipe. Now, a note, if you like more nuttier fudge, I use the extra crunchy peanut butter. If you want more nuts in it, then you can chop up some walnuts, you can chop up pecans, you can chop up peanuts if you wanted. I just buy the extra crunchy, then I don't have to do any more cutting. It's simply these 6 ingredients. And then after the pound of fudge is made, we will cut it up into little bite-sized pieces and share it with neighbors, the UPS driver, the FedEx driver, the mail delivery, teachers, people at work that we interact with. You know, those people that we just don't say thank you to enough, but their absence in our lives would definitely be felt. That's sort of who I think about when I go to create this fudge and hand it out this time of the year. So if you guys are ready, instead of getting out your mascara today, just grab your apron and let's get started. The first thing is to start with 1 1/3 cubes of butter. So we have 1 cube, and just kind of eyeball it and you get about 1/3 of the next cube. And from there, I like to just slice that 1 1/3 cube. I like to cut it into smaller pieces just so that it melts more evenly. My sister measured this out and said that it's exactly 11 tablespoons of butter. So the first step is to take all of that butter, again 1 1/3 cube or 11 tablespoons, with 12 ounces of evaporated milk. And again, you guys, there'll be a recipe card at the end so you can just screenshot it. And 4 1/2 cups of sugar. Yeah, this is why we need to detox after the holidays. And we're just going to stir that around really good until all of that sugar is dissolved. Then we're going to bring it to a slow rolling boil and boil it for 7 1/2 minutes. That is really important. I like to start this off on a medium burner to give it enough heat to really start to melt that butter and also help to dissolve all of that sugar and combine the sugar and that evaporated milk together. And this is where the smell of the fudge starts to come out, but wait till we add the next 3 ingredients. It's important to keep this mixture moving across the bottom so that you don't scorch that sugar and that butter. And you can see about 2 minutes in, we've almost melted all of the butter, and then we should start to see a slow boil. And once you've reached this level of boil, then start your 7 1/2 minute timer. Stirring regularly to ensure that you're not scorching anything across the bottom. And you'll know that happened because there'll start to be some chunks that shouldn't be. It should be very creamy, and or it will start to discolor, more of a brownish, burnt brown color. And you can see I have my heat just below medium to keep it at a nice boil without turning any discoloration. You want to keep that color at a nice, just a little bit lighter than butter type color. If it starts to turn dark, then you might want to adjust your heat and turn the heat down just a little bit. Again, I keep mine just below medium. You guys, I wish you could smell this. This smells so good. I have to make sure I remind everybody to keep stirring it because I typically burn this at least once a year, but I'm going to try not to do that today. Luckily, with the magic of editing, if I did, you wouldn't have to suffer through it, but we are not burning it today. So just keep it at a rolling boil like that for exactly 7 1/2 minutes. That part is really critical. And that's the level of boil that you're really wanting to maintain for that 7 1/2 minutes. Once your 7 1/2 minutes is up, this is where the fun starts, and this is the time where the family will rush to the kitchen because you guys, this smells so good. Turn off your burner, add 1 10-ounce bag of Nestle's Toll House milk chocolate. It's your normal ones. I use the mini ones just because I think they melt a little bit faster. Then you add a 10-ounce bag of small mini marshmallows. Now you can substitute a 7-ounce jar of marshmallow cream instead of these marshmallows. My husband prefers the taste of the mini marshmallows versus the marshmallow cream. And then you add about a half a cup of extra crunchy peanut butter. Now, if you like more nuts than that, you can also chop up about a half a cup. My sister uses a half a cup of walnuts in hers. And next you work really, really quick to ensure that all of those marshmallows and all the chocolate melt evenly throughout the entire pot. And oh my gosh, you guys, if you could smell this, it smells so good. This is my favorite part because it just, the smell goes through the house, and to me that is that Christmas smell. You know it's Christmas at our house when you can get this fudge smell going through the house. And you just really quickly stir that as quick as you can so that it doesn't start to set up in the pan. And once it's completely melted, you pour the entire pot into an 11 by 14 pan. It'll take about an hour to set up, and then we will be ready to cut it. And this is oftentimes the very best part of the process, is leaving a little bit of extra in the bottom for the kids to enjoy. And from there, we'll let it set up and we'll be back in about an hour. You want to let this fudge set up for about an hour, and you'll know it's ready to start slicing after the bottom of the pan is cool, and as you tip it, you don't see it running to one side or the other. If that's happening, then just let it cool for a little bit longer to get that smooth, shiny, almost glass-like finish to the top of your fudge. Once the fudge is cooled, I like to cut it into small, bite-sized pieces, about 1 inch by 1 inch. And you can just see how nice and shiny that is on the top. That means that you didn't re-pour it once you let it hit the pan for the very first time. And then I like to package this into nice little gift boxes, again, for everybody that's touched our lives throughout the year. And of course, leave some extra out on the counter for your family to grab as they run by. For holiday parties, for potlucks, for gift baskets, this will become a fan favorite, I promise you. It's that good. If you want this recipe, stay tuned. It's coming up. From our family to yours, we hope you enjoy this time-tested, delicious homemade fudge recipe. Well, that does it for me. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'm gonna go enjoy a piece or 2 or 3 of fudge. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.